Sega logo was super loud. I do like the beginning of this. So a little bit about this. I'm a little confused because I've bought Sega games from different places, and there's like one general installation that I guess they're all supposed to run through. But I have some on Steam, and then some from other game online resellers. So I'm not even sure what game is on this. I'm going to take a look at it here in a second. I know all of the ones we're looking at right now aren't on there. Cool. All right. Press any button. Yeah. All right. You know, I do like this. This is kind of cool. You know, it shows like anybody's room growing up if you were a huge Sega fanatic. Pretty sure mine would have been pretty close to this. Now, I've got one game in here, which I'm trying to figure out because I have other games for this. So let's just see here. Go into audio settings first. And yeah, everything looks good there. All right, go there. So I guess the first one we're going to try is the only one I have right now, which is Streets of Rage 2. I do dig this. Later I'm going to figure out how to get Space Harrier and some of the other games I have available on here. I remember when I first played this game, it's wild to think back to these times. I mean, you know, without looking through the glasses of, you know, retro nostalgia and that sort of thing, which is hard to do. But whenever I look back at this stuff, I remember how cool a lot of this seemed, and it's still very cool, you know, for the limited technology they had and everything else like that, as far as the animation and everything. But it's really funny how a lot of this, the writing on the stories, it wasn't that deep. It was like kind of like Roger Corman B movie sort of films, and yeah, it's okay. Because all you really need is just an excuse to beat up a bunch of people that, you know, look like street performers and punks. I mean, you know, so. Rage burning inside them, making a stand for friendship and peace. Okay. Streets of Rage 2. Press the start button. Alright, let's see here. Let's do a one player. Axel. Max. Oh yeah, he was a big beefcake guy. Blaze. And Skate. I'm just gonna go with Axel. He seems like he's... Oh, I guess there are some. She's the most well-rounded. He's got a little more technique. He's got more power. We'll just try this one. Go with that one. Alright. Stage 1. So, you can use the D-pad. You can punch. This was a little bit easier than I remember it being. So this is like any other fighter from this era. You know, kind of go along. I imagine if I punch this, yeah, there'll be money for me. Control's not too bad. It seems like there's a little bit of a cheat button in here. Because there's one where it just goes nuts if I start holding down one button. It's fine. I'm all about just getting some stress out tonight. That sort of thing. This reminds me a lot of Double Dragon. I'm pretty sure Double Dragon came out first. Oh yeah, that's the way to tell if somebody's actually down there. I don't even know who I punched. The sound bites are great. Ah! I jumped at you. Give you a kick. I'll go over here and beat this lady up. I always thought she looked like Storm from the X-Men. I hated hitting this lady. Not just because she was a lady, but also because, you know, it was Storm. But I understand. They were trying to be equal opportunity. All the enemies were going to different kinds. That sort of thing. I guess. You know, looking at this now, this is actually a little brutal. So, this in the arcade was a lot of fun. I haven't played this in a while. And, let me see, I think I could throw this too. Oh, there it is. Ah, you hit me. My knife wasn't good enough. Oh, I died. And everyone drops down. Why? There you go. Finish punching you with that. As you guys can tell, I am not an expert player at these games. I do like beat 'em ups, but it's weird. There's a weird disconnect for me where that's so funny. He actually waited for me to hit him with a pipe. I don't even think I let him up. That was bad. That was an incredibly successful attack. Oh, see, this is gonna be bad. So I had to wait. Okay, so there was the technique. I have to wait for him to come up behind me, and I'm gonna do some 6 dance moves with my fist of power here. I'm gonna get thrown. Man, I'm just dying left and right on this, aren't I? Meet my fist of fury. See, this is how old school I am. Of course, I'm going to say this now to save face. I'm so much better with an arcade stick on this thing. The Steam controller, the Microsoft controllers, they're pretty good. They're not bad. Some of this is, I can't remember. I know that there's a big old bruiser going to be coming out of here in just a second. Oh, man. Yeah, so you can throw them. Oh, God. Come on, man. Walking my fist of fury here. I died. I do love that when you regenerate, everyone just drops down out of nowhere. He's gonna come out of nowhere and stab me, isn't he? Oh, God. Hit detection seems a little off on this. Well, I was too busy fighting the air, and he punched me. Oh, come on the screen. Ah! He knifed me. I can knife you back, sir. Why would I try and pick up the knife? I don't understand that. Oh yeah, here's the scene where we're inside, and it's kind of a jazzy nightclub place. You still got some life in you there? You know, these games, for me, they don't have a whole bunch of replay. I like them okay. I used to love side-scrolling fighting games like this when I was younger. I think some of it has to do with the fact that, like, if the control is just enough off, it drives me crazy. Oh, look at that. I took out a bunch of scenery. Twice. Time for... Oh, well, the Fists of Fury were the wrong way. Oh, I didn't know you guys were going to play those kind of dance moves on me. It's just not right. I'm dying. Let's see here. Continue. And I'm back in the game. It's not like I was going to spoil the plot or anything if I had taken the time to practice before this. It's so weird. Oh, evidently I wanted to do a gymnast routine in here. Weird flex, but okay. I just realized I've never seen the front of that lady. I don't think she's actually shown. Oh, now I'm all about backflips. Yeah, there is something about this when they do home conversions. They just don't, you know. I do love the game. I do. But more because of the fact that, you know, I used to play it in the arcade and that was cool and all that sort of stuff. A little bit of flicker. You eat an apple. Yep, I remember, lady. Yeah, Marvel's not going to sue this company. Her name is literally Elektra. I always thought that, I thought there was some sort of connection with Marvel or something when I was younger. Who is that, Elektra? But she's like, nothing like her, really. She's more like the lady in, Ivy from, not Samurai Showdown. No, what is it, God, it's another 3D fighting game, and I love it. And I just can't think of it off the top of my head. It's the one with the sword, the main sword, that everyone's trying to collect. Oh, yeah. So the bartender came out and didn't like me smashing things up. So we're going to do it all fisticuffs. Hopefully, this still works like the arcade did, or the other home system versions where I can beat people up a little bit at a time. I know there's still a time frame. Alright. Yep. You take them. Okay, this is pretty lucky, actually. I never normally get that many hits in on this guy. I took a foot to the face. Ow! Look at that. Didn't expect that to go that way. Okay. Just kind of enjoying the rainy scene there. Stage 2. You know, I always think this is the kind of game that Michael Bay would have made. And I like Michael Bay. I actually don't have that big of a problem with him. But I always think about this, and I always thought to myself, I was like, I bet this is the kind of game that he would love to have made. Yeah, definitely. Stab, stab. 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 At some point a bike is going to hit me in the face, I know it is. You're kind of unstoppable when you got a knife, you know? Especially since everyone just runs their thorax area right into you. I know what you guys are thinking, I said thorax. We actually do have a thorax, at least according to the bodies exhibit. I've been corrected by a lot of other medical people to say that we don't have a thorax. Now I need to look that up. I might have to edit that out of this video. Look at that, somebody left an apple here. Ah! I just want a pipe. Come here. Thanks for hitting me with a bike. Oh, I didn't count on that working that well. Oh, no. Come here. Got Fists of Fury for you. Looks like I'm beating up like little mini Vin Diesels. Ah, I'm gonna die. Somehow, though, my Fist of Fury saved me. Oh, they had... Something blew up off screen. Oh, wait. Ah. What are you doing there, sir? This is gonna get old real quick. Stuck. Stop hitting me. I can't believe I pulled that off. Run! There are grenades behind you. Thank you. Oh, you bastard. Here, let me re-enter the scene so you can die. No, no. I'm not getting beat up by somebody in tiger print pants. But I guess I am. You know, so, because I'm so focused on it, I haven't been talking like I normally do. The art direction in this is pretty cool. Limited, you know, a lot of palette swap characters and that sort of thing, dealing with the technology at the time and what the overall limitation was. So if you want a couple different bad guys, you just get a couple different things that, you know, work for the look, you know, and you just swap out colors. Very Mortal Kombat. So I don't know what these guys are doing. Oh. Gotta fight this guy that just walked into my fist. Guess that pretty much takes care of it. Oh, no. There was more of you. Oh, no. Can't fight the guys with the helmets that much. Ah. This might be it. Pipe to the back. It's nice in this world whenever you can like line up everybody and everyone. Like one punch hits somebody 15 times. Can't beat that. You know, and honestly, when I think of pixel games, I do think of these sort of games a lot. Not just because of the fact that, you know, they were, you know, so reliant on that pixel look because that's what they had back then, but just also because I really enjoy the way that they use the color palettes and things like that. I always like that sort of thing. Color swapping was huge with toys growing up, too. One of my favorite lines to collect when I was a kid was Star Wars. And the good guy and the bad guy were basically palette swap plastic. And I always think about that with this sort of thing. And what? I think you could only get... I know there was like a limitation, like 256 colors or something on screen at one time. Or 128, whatever it was. So everything had to be derivations of each other. You know, this game is fairly easy to play now because there's one button that just does everything. It does like these super punches, but it gets a little bit out of control. Oh yeah. I remember this guy. I could never figure this guy out and how they weren't able to burn themselves. This might be where the game ends because not good with this one. Especially not fists to the crotch. How are you going to walk right into my fists of fury? And I'm not going to kick you the right way. Aha! See, this is just wrong. Let me at least get one punch in. Nope. Suplex. I'm gonna have to keep dying to kill the person. Oh my god. I got one hit on this one person named Jet. Come on, get down here. And your little flying punk self. You literally burned me with the flame. Finally. Ah. This is gonna be a long battle, I can tell. Or a short one. Foot to the face. I'm getting like one lucky punch in, and that's it. Oh, now when I finally figure out which way to kick. Finally, I'm about to die, though. Those two mighty kicks in a row! This is horrible. This is absolutely embarrassing. Oh, no. Pardon me. I don't even know how I got that in there. Oh, God. I don't know the control scheme good enough. Oh, this is gonna suck. This is when old age is finally catching up. He's right there! And there's game over. Didn't even make it in the best 10 players. Those scores are really high, though. So overall, Streets of Rage is really a pretty fun game if you like beat 'em ups and that sort of thing. The Xbox controller I have for this seems a little dodgy, and I think one of the problems I'm having with it too is the fact that, like, as I'm playing through this, I mean, it is fun, it's colorful, there's a lot of really cool things about it. I'm gonna let it go on autoplay, this is not me playing. And kind of reviewing over it, like I said, the color palette's great, the action's pretty fun, and I imagine that if it's 2-player, that's a lot more fun. I don't remember if this is one of those games where as you're fighting, you can actually do damage to each other or not. But Streets of Rage was one of those games that I did end up, if I remember right, I saw this on arcades, and I just never really went and played it that much. It always seemed like these were the ones that were designed to really take your quarters. I could always play things like Galaga or Pac-Man or something like that and get further than I could in these things because you would just get completely assaulted. And it, you know, for what it's worth, I know that this launched a whole era of other games later, and this sort of side-scrolling thing did eventually go out of fashion, but I think turned into other things later where, you know, because you had games that would come along like Golden Axe 3 and other ones like that. There were sort of the penultimate versions of these, and the really cool part about this is that they weren't really trying to tell a whole really in-depth story like Mr. X, the syndicate boss believed, destroyed by 3 young vigilantes, has come back to life stronger than ever. Thirsty for the revenge, he kidnaps Adam in an attempt to lure Axel and Blaze into a trap. Axel and Blaze set out to help their faithful companion, joined by Axel's friend Max, a wrestler, and Adam's kid brother Skate. They're determined to save Adam and put Mr. X out of action. 4 young friends, rage burning inside them, make a stand for friendship and peace. and it's a pretty general thing that's playing to all the factors that, you know, the American jingoism, I think that's the word, would have aimed for in the 80s and 90s, that sort of thing. And you know, it's not bad. It's pretty cool. So I thought I'd just play through that tonight. I had a pretty long week and just wanted something simple to play. So let me try another game here and see what I find.